She rode to power on a record mandate in 2011. Mamata Banerjee demolished the left to mark the end of an era. But the last 5 years hasn't been an easy ride. Cornered by Chitgate, the TMC came under criticism. Add to it the recent Narada sting. And the opposition has gone to town while rubbing it in.
क्या आपने भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए ये सरकार बनाई थी? जरा पूरी ताकत से बताइए, भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए बनाई थी? भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए सरकार बनाई थी? पहले शारदा, अब नारदा.
Fractured and with several leaders booked, her party is facing the toughest test yet. With a bomb factory everyone knows is flourishing in the state. And days before elections, the Kolkata flyover collapse has brought her government under the scanner again. Can Mamata defeat the odds? Can she repeat history?
And with us as we look at Bengal first, is of course J.M. Rogar, in-house analyst, well-known psephologist. Thank you very much. With us in the studios today is Mr. Rajagopalan, well-known political analyst. To my left is Shahid Siddiqui, well-known political analyst and senior journalist. We have Nirja Chaudhary. They're going to stay with us for the next couple of hours. And this broadcast coming to you from Mumbai tonight, all with me in my studios in Mumbai. Navika Kumar, of course, our executive editor, is joining us from Delhi. Today we have with us Yashwant Deshmukh, who is editor-in-chief of C Voter, is responsible for this huge exercise of this opinion poll. Yashwant Deshmukh of C Voter has done many opinion polls with us, and this time as well we are collaborating with India TV, which should be simulcasting this on their channel to bring you the opinion poll numbers. Sunil Alag has just walked into the studio. On the screen also this evening is Fuad Halim of the CPM. On the top right, we have to look at the numbers from Bengal. Alok Banerjee, senior journalist, and with him there in our studios in Kolkata is Somnath Singh Roy of the Trinamool Congress, and Sudhanshu Trivedi, who is looking very serious. Sudhanshu Trivedi, loosen up कर जाइए. आप बहुत serious लग रहे हैं आज. बहुत आपको चिंता हो रही है क्या बंगाल के नंबर को लेके? Don't worry, everything will be okay. Now let's welcome. You should be like. Some of our guests, Sunil Alag, who is smiling regardless of what the numbers are going to be like.
क्यों smile? हमें किस बात की दुख?
नहीं, आपको किस बात की चिंता? Okay, now let's start. Here are the numbers that are coming your way from Bengal, and I just want to tell our viewers, Bengal numbers are on your screen now. But before I begin putting the numbers from Bengal, okay, the numbers are already on the screen, so... Okay, it's Yashwant Deshmukh and J.M. Rogar will take us through the numbers in Bengal, what we are finding now, how it compares to 4 weeks back, and how it compares to the Lok Sabha elections. Go ahead.
Absolutely. As in the Lok Sabha elections, the Trinamool did very well in Bengal, leading in about 214 of the 294 assemblies segments. Right now, we're seeing that Trinamool, though it has gained 1 percentage point over the last assembly elections, its vote share is up from 39 to 40. It's slated to win in about 160 seats. The Left Congress alliance, though not completely formalized, is seen at about 127. The BJP making a decisive maiden entry with 4, with a vote share of 11%, is what we are seeing in Bengal.
Which is the BJP loses its vote share from Lok Sabha 2014.
Absolutely. Lok Sabha 2014
it got
was
17% there
24
right now.
assembly segments that time.
So just looking at it analytically at this stage, Kumar Ketkar also joining us. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Big, interesting poll day we have next couple of hours. Now, Yashwant Deshmukh, the numbers that we have tonight, despite the 5-year incumbency, Trinamool is bagging 160. It's well past the magic number of 147, but it's in that edgy zone. 147, 160, anything can happen. We've just seen this flyover tragedy. You don't know what the political impact of all that is going to be. BJP making its assembly inroads by taking a seat share from 0 in 2011 to 4 now. I don't know how happy they're going to be with that. I have a different question to start with. How have you calculated the breakup of numbers between the Congress party and the CPM, because the details of that alliance are not clear. You're saying that the Congress gets 21 and the CPM gets 106. How have you calculated how they will divide the votes among themselves? And any other comments on Bengal? Yes, Yashwant.
Well, it's very clear that, you know, the alliance parties are still in the vague terms, even though the numbers have been discussed, and that's how we have taken the hint that they would be contesting majority of the seats in the North Bengal, where they had won last time. And generally in these kind of alliances, the sitting seats are given to the winning parties when the two new alliances are happening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I must make it very clear that when we were punching the data and we were looking at the trends and the cross tabulations, it was very evident that the electorate of West Bengal has a mixed feeling about this left and the Congress tie-up. On one hand, while the left voters are very much likely to vote for the Congress candidates, but the same cannot be said about the Congress voters voting for the left candidate, especially outside the territory of North Bengal. And these are substantial number of votes. I mean, in Lok Sabha election also they polled approximately 9% outside that territory, fielding candidates almost everywhere. And those votes which are pro-Congress have been traditionally anti-left votes. And the same is true about the BJP voters as well.
Right.
So when you see the BJP votes going down, it is largely because a big number of anti-left votes which supported BJP in the Lok Sabha election and doesn't see BJP as a stakeholder in these elections are likely to go to Mamata's kitty because of their anti-left orientation.
Okay, now that's interesting. We'll take the discussion forward, but I'd like to get first reactions from the political parties. Should we get the first round of reactions from political parties? Now, Fuad Halim of the left and Somnath Singha, you can get into the discussion. Now, it's quite clear to me, Fuad Halim, that this is actually a pretty good result for the CPM.
Yeah.
You know that the West Bengal electorate seems to believe that the CPM, the left front, CPM plus, what we are calling here, Fuad, which led in only 28 assembly seats in 2014. From 28 in 2014, the left comes in, moves up to 106. That is 78 seats advantage from 2014 since the general election. If I was Sitaram Yechuri, I'd be delighted with this result. And we also don't know how this alliance is going to work out. Fuad Halim, Somnath Singha. Fuad Halim, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, this being an opinion poll, and since we have not entered into elections as yet, and already you're giving us a figure of about 127, that's the left and the Congress, that's 20 short of the magic figure. Given the situation prevailing in West Bengal, where there is total emasculation of the police force, the police are under attack, and there's absolutely politicalization of the bureaucratic executive. In that scenario, people are coming across and telling the people who are conducting the opinion polls that they are confidently voting for the Congress and the CPM. That itself is a great fill-up for us. In fact, by the time polling starts, I think so the voters that are below the water, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Those people will be reflecting their opinion concretely in the ballot box.
Okay.
So given the prevailing situation in Bengal, I think so this is a fantastic opinion poll for the left.
I don't know how panelists look at it, but I think the game is open. What do you think? Shahid Siddiqui, what do you think? The game is open in Bengal.
I agree with,
it's an open election.
I agree with Mr. Halim because it's just the beginning. And in election, the Bengal election
has to pick up.
The campaign has not picked up as yet. And secondly, it is in 5 phases. So with every phase, things
can change. Things can change.
And if in the first phase itself, its slide is towards the left, then it will impact the second and the third and the fourth phase, and therefore CPM, I think, is gaining there. And if things go the way they are going, they may get many more seats.
If these are the numbers, then the CPM and the Congress should really work on strengthening their alliance coming together.
That's right.
Because Nirja, if you look at it in terms of vote share, the vote share for the Trinamool Congress is still 40%. They've gained 1%, so they are fighting an alliance. The better the alliance works on the ground, they are still in the game. It's not an open and shut case.
I would agree with that the full impact of the Congress left alliance has yet to be felt,
felt on the ground,
assessed.
Yeah.
I think it's early days in Bengal for that to happen. Then we don't know what is going to be the impact of the Kolkata flyover.
We don't know.
Collapse.
We don't
how
know.
that's going to pan out.
We don't know.
And it makes you think, had Mamata Banerjee gone with the Congress party in an alliance,
Yes.
would the story have been different?
Yeah.
Would she have reigned in the left more effectively?
Good point. Good point. What do you think, Kumar Kitkar?
I don't think this is the only explanation for the gain of the CPM. I think mainly because CPM is seen by the most of the electorate between 1977 and 2011 they were in power as a mother party. It is the mother party of Bengal.
Yeah.
They suffered because of multiple reasons, the fatigue, the people are frustrated, they were angry with the CPM because the Dadagiri had increased. So all that was there, but the fundamental, the core of the Bengal electorate was always left and CPM.
You cannot underestimate Mamata Banerjee. This is a wake-up call for her.
It's actually a wake-up call.
And then it is another 1 month to go. In third and fourth phases where she is stronger, she will definitely make inroads. And it's not the end of Mamata Banerjee.
No, but I don't think Kolkata flyover.
Because CPM is coming. CPM is coming.
And Kolkata flyover, I don't think will make fundamental impact on the electorate.
Let's get
these are accidents which keep her happy.
No, watch.
Kolkata flyover is not a
Okay. Now let's get Navika. Navika wanted to come in. Navika and Sudhanshu Trivedi, and we have to get a reaction from the Trinamool Congress as well. Navika, before you come in, just a couple of points. BJP is opening its account in Bengal for the first time in history. So I don't know if they're going to be happy with that. They have a vote. Yeah, so they have a vote share of 11%, which is very close to the assembly historical best in Bengal, which stood at 11.3% in 1991. Right? So despite 5 years of incumbency, Mamata Banerjee gets a historical best in terms of vote share. Because in the 4th week of March, she's getting what, Yashwant, 40%, right? Which betters the 2011 performance, Yashwant. This is remarkable. If there is a leader who gets 40% after 5 years, I think she has established, she's fighting an alliance. Now I think it's going to be a stronger fight. Yeah, Yashwant wanted to add in Navika and Yashwant.
From here onward, Arnav, we must realize that the alliance of left and the Congress is something which is happening for the first time in this territory. And what Mamata should be looking forward to is the possibility that the voters of the Congress and the BJP, who in the almost 1 month long multi-phase activity, the more and more they will realize that plenty of these candidates are not really there in a fight to win.
That's right.
They are likely to support Mamata in order to defeat the left. And and we all know that the entire BJP support base is anti-left, and the substantially large section of Congress support base is actually anti-left.
Yeah, Navika.
That's right. Arnav, the real thing is the Congress is still receding. The Congress's vote share, if you see in 2011, was about 9.1%. It's down to 8.3%. If the alliance goes down really to the level of the workers, many voters in West Bengal are going to see the left front. Anybody looking at anti-Mamata will go to this front. And therefore, more consolidation for the left front really is something that they could see on the ground. So I see this alliance not really working for the Congress, but working well for the left front at this point in time, because any anti-Mamata vote then does not get divided between the left and the Congress party, and the left front is able to get all of that together, and that could be the master strategy as far as the West Bengal
Let's get the Trinamool and BJP reactions to this.
Let me just make one point.
No, but she's right. The Congress, Navika, just to add to that, look at the Congress party story. Congress is hitting its all-time assembly low in terms of vote share, which was recorded in 2011. It's actually improving, worsening its performance with each election. Now the left is set to record its second worst performance historically in terms of assembly vote share, because the projected 31% is only marginally better, but the fact is it's fighting back. Now Sitaram Yechuri cannot depend on the Congress anymore. If Sitaram Yechuri has to do something, he has to fight a stronger fight based upon the consolidation of left forces in Bengal over the next 1 month. He can't depend on the Congress.
Can I just say one thing?
The Muslim vote, which was divided between Congress and Trinamool and the left, is now consolidating with the left.
With the left.
If either with Trinamool or it's consolidating with the left.
Congress is not getting minority votes. Am I right? Am I right that Congress is not getting minority votes?
The Congress minority vote is shifting to the left in areas where there's no Congress candidate, and therefore because of the kind of campaigning which is taking place.
Let's get the
BJP
Trinamool.
Campaigning is
Let's get the Trinamool. Let's get the Trinamool and the BJP and Sudhanshu Trivedi and Mr. Somnath Singaroy. First your reaction. Somnath Singaroy, पहले आपसे पूछूंगा, ये तो बहुत ही मतलब भी वेफर थिन चल रहा है अभी. आप तो नर्वस हो जाएंगे आज ये रिजल्ट देख के, बिकॉज 160 सीट्स.
मैं एक बात बताता हूँ, देखिए कहीं भी ओपनिंग पोल में जब डिबेट होते हैं, मैं उसका क्या सच है क्या झूठ है इसका बारे में बात नहीं करता हूँ, क्योंकि लोकल जो यहाँ पर जो चैनल है बंगाली चैनल, वो लोग दिखा रहे हैं तृणमूल कांग्रेस 190 से 200 प्लस मिलेगा उन लोगों को सीट, और आप लोग दिखा रहे हैं 160. कौन सच है कौन झूठ है ये मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, लेकिन एक चीज यहाँ पर है जरूर, जो डेवलपमेंट ममता बनर्जी ने किया उसका इफेक्ट ये इलेक्शन में पड़ेगा. ये आपका यहाँ से जो दिखाई दे रहा है इसका साथ नहीं मिल रहा है हमारा, कि अब क्या है 34 इयर्स में जितना करप्शन यहाँ पर था, 55,000 आदमी यहाँ पर मर्डर हुआ, 65,000 ऑलमोस्ट फैक्ट्री बंद कर दिया ने सीपीएम वाले ने, इतना बंगाल को एकदम खत्म कर
they can't produce a single element to that effect. You know, they have been saying this continuously. It's a slanderous.
Please allow me. Please allow me.
Please, that 55,000 people have been murdered. They have not in this 5 years produced the list of those people.
एक बात है अर्नब, यहाँ पर एक बात है जो दिखा रहा है ये
you please produce the Nandigram land acquisition order.
हम लोगों को बोलेंगे तब.
Your entire campaign has been a slanderous campaign. You continue to what you call slander the left without producing any evidence. You've been in government. You've not been able to produce the Nandigram land acquisition notice.
ममता, आप लोग अगर पावर में आएंगे तो कन्याश्री प्रकल्प बंद कर देंगे, युवश्री प्रकल्प बंद कर देंगे, 2 रुपये का चावल बंद कर देंगे, स्ट्रीट पे जो रास्ते में लाइट दिखा रहे हैं चावल वाला तो ये सब ममता बनर्जी कर रहे हैं. आप बोलिए कि हाँ ममता बनर्जी खराब काम कर रहे हैं, ये सब बंद कर दूंगा.
Left manifesto which you all implemented at the last moment just before the elections. What's more unfortunate, you have taken our slogan, we thank you for that, and we will give you our blessings. But the question is that you are adopting our program. Tell the people that you have taken that program as a left manifesto of the 2011 election.
अच्छा, listen, okay, Fuad Ali.
आप फुआद कुछ भी बोलिए, क्यों आपको you are representing your party, आप पार्टी के लिए बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन आपको भी मालूम है
लेफ्ट का मैनिफेस्टो देख लीजिए, आप कह दीजिए I am telling you that you are lying. You tell me that I am lying on national television. 55,000 people have been killed. You are continuously. आप तो झूठ का तो पिटारा खोल के रखा है. झूठ के अलावा तो आपका पास तो कोई कैंपेनिंग नहीं है. आपने कहा सिंगूर का जमीन आप लौटा देंगे, 5 साल हो गया आप जमीन नहीं लौटा पाए.
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, अच्छा प्लीज, अच्छा सुनिए, ये बहुत अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग डिबेट चल रहा है, मगर सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, एंड वी हैवंट गॉट अ कमेंट फ्रॉम आलोक बैनर्जी इन येट, बट सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, if I analyze your result, you know what the BJP is doing. First of all, let's get your first reaction to this result. You know, you are making an inroad. 4 seats is what you are doing. It's a big gain for you, but it's not enough of a gain. आपको रिग्रेट है आपने जिस तरह से इलेक्शन लड़ा, आपके लॉस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटीज पिछले 1 साल से. देखिए ये नारदा शारदा और ये नारदा और शारदा का कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं हुआ. नारदा शारदा नेताजी, ये 3 इश्यूज थे आपके. सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, आपको क्यों लगता है कि बंगाल के लोगों ने नारदा शारदा और नेताजी फाइल्स को लेके कोई भी गंभीरता नहीं है उनमें, मतलब कि वो उस पे कोई पॉलिटिकल इंपैक्ट नहीं है उसका?
Now, if you look at this, your figures, whatever your survey is saying, it is having a one clear indication. The Mamata is gaining slightly, the left is gaining substantially, and BJP is gaining substantially, and the Congress is going down.
Depends on how you define substantially.
It means that BJP is now becoming a force to reckon with, even in the Bengal elections. In my opinion, it is beginning, you can say, a beginning of a new era in which a party which is here up till now was not considered even as a force to reckon is now becoming significant. Because, in my opinion, there are two things in which all the three parties, in due course of time, the Trinamool Congress, the left, and the Congress, are more or less on same bracket, that is the corruption and the communalism. So, in my opinion, we will be having a respectable tally. And one thing, one interpretation which I will try to make out of this, if the Congress is losing and left is substantially gaining, as some of your experts have said that the minority vote is likely to shift towards towards left, it means gone on the era of those leadership of Congress like Indira Gandhi when she was dexterously using left in her favor. Now, the Congress is entering into the trap of left from JNU to Jadavpur. And who is getting benefit out of it?
Sir, this has been the BJP's election to lose. No, my question to you is, one second. Despite the Sharda allegations, 1 minute. Despite Sharda, sir, सुनिए ना, आप political बात कीजिए, आप politician हैं, आप politician हैं, आप politician हैं, आप politician, आप cephalogist की तरह क्यों बात कर रहे हैं? आप politician हैं. शारदा का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ, नारदा का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ, नेताजी फाइल्स के डिक्लासिफिकेशन का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ. ये सारे बीजेपी के इश्यूज थे, ये सारे बीजेपी के तो इश्यूज थे. जय मुरुग भी कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आपसे. जय को
सुधांशु जी, आप 2014 में 24 स्थानों पर आगे थे, ठीक है? उसके बाद आपने मेंबरशिप कैंपेन चलाया. There was a huge membership drive. There were ministers who quit the Mamata government, joined the BJP to help the BJP bolster its support. So after starting with a lead in 24 assembly seats and all these efforts, if you're going down to 4, do you think there is a need for some introspection?
देखिए, मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा, if you look at a different perspective, in 2014, we were the only claimant of power, serious claimant of power at center. Right now, we are not considered as a serious claimant of power in West Bengal. Still, if we are able to retain this ground, if at all your survey is correct, we hope to get much more than what is being projected. So this is starting, I am saying, a chemical change, a change in the basic chemistry. और जो आपने नारदा और शारदा की बात कही, मैंने वही तो बात कही, communal and corruption. इसमें तो तीनों लगभग एक ही ब्रैकेट पे खड़े हैं, इसलिए ये केमिस्ट्री में चेंज की शुरुआत है बंगाल की पॉलिटिक्स में, जो ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम
Alok Banerjee
and BJP will
Alok Banerjee, the Prime Minister addressed his first rally on the 27th of March. The question is, can things change between now and then? You see, we are yet to see the national level leaders of the BJP troop into Bengal. My question to you, Alok, is do you think there can be a change in the fortunes of any party significantly between now and May 2016? Because it is a close election. If this result is telling us something, it is not a foregone conclusion election. It is a close election. So what can be the decisive factors and can things change? Alok.
See, Arnob, I mean, I have been covering elections in West Bengal for so many years, almost 25, 26 years. Let me tell you very frankly, I mean, this is one election where I, as a reporter, as a journalist, I'm getting absolutely confused. This is the one of the most confusing elections I have ever covered. I'll tell you why. First of all, I think there are 4 or 5 key factors, absolutely key factors, which will decide the outcome of the election. First, the political part is how much BJP will be able to retain its strength. In 2014 last election, most of the vote that BJP had got had gone from the left camp. Now, can the left get back those votes? This is a million-dollar question. I don't have a ready answer to it. That's why I'm confused. But I have gone to the districts, I have covered the rural areas, and I have covered Kolkata. I can tell you with certainty that I do not see BJP's campaign. I mean, BJP is strangely silent in West Bengal, except for maybe 5, 6 constituencies. BJP is strangely silent. This is number one. Number two is, this point has been raised by one of your panelists, that left Congress has formed an alliance, official or unofficial, whatever.
True.
Now, I have talked to the left people, not the leaders, I mean the activists and the supporters. I have a feeling that CPIM supporters will vote for the Congress candidates. But will the Congress candidates vote for the CPIM candidates? I have my doubts. At least in certain pockets they won't.
Yeah.
Next, left original traditional allies, RSP forward bloc. Even a section of RSP and forward bloc supporters are not ready to vote for the Congress. This is factor number 2. Third factor is the internal rivalry within the Trinamool Congress from North Bengal to South Bengal. Everywhere. They are fighting out, people are being killed, bombs are being thrown at each other. How the party will be able to control the strife within itself. And number 4, I think at least in 50 to... Just give me just a second. Give me just a second. Let me finish my just last point. It is also, let me say it very bluntly, a battle between the Trinamool Congress and its state government machinery vis-a-vis the election commission's machinery.
Right.
It will depend on the smartness and the commitment.
I take your
of the
point. Now, Alok, you said, I've been always keen on looking at how much things can change at the last minute. I have an interesting, I want Yashwant to come in on this point. Yashwant, we were tracking, and this is one thing remarkable. Yashwant is one of, I think he is the only cephalogist in India today who does a tracker poll, which means consistently he tracks the mood on the ground. And this has been one of the strengths of Sea Water, one of the reasons we partner with them for all these years. Now, Yashwant, I was looking at your numbers between week 1 and week 4 of March. And why I'm looking at this is because I think Mamata Banerjee kicked off a campaign on the 9th of March, if I'm not mistaken, and the Left Congress Alliance was also finalized on the 9th of this month. So we would like to see that between week 1 and week 4, what has been the shift. Now, we'll put that graphic out. If you look at that graphic in terms of the swing, Yashwant, the only gainer in terms of seat share and vote share is the Trinamool Congress, which means that the recent revelation of Narda, that alleged corruption against the ruling party, have not made a significant dent in Mamata's fortunes electorally. The Trinamool goes from a tally of 156 to 160, which means Narda has not had any major impact. Any other readings that you have of it, Yashwant? No. You want to ask? You want to Yashwant the question?
Yashwant, one second. Yashwant, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
You are saying that with Congress with 8% of votes will get 21 seats, and BJP with 11% will get 4 seats. Could you just explain why with 8% Congress gets 21 seats? And BJP with 11% gets 4. That's all. I just want to understand.
I will answer your question first. Congress vote share is extremely concentrated right now in the North Bengal and the pockets where they have a definite visibility for them.
My point is coming to that.
The
BJP will get more.
Share is spread across in big time, but BJP is not going to big more seats for a simple reason. From here onward, the more the Bengal voters see that BJP candidates are not really in a position to win seats, they are likely to switch over further to Mamata Banerjee rather than sticking to the BJP. Number 1. Yeah. Number 2. Arnab, I am glad that you figured out and you mentioned the tracking poll, because we are doing this not for just this week or this month. We are doing this week after week for the last 5 years since Mamata Banerjee has taken the charge in West Bengal. And not for a single week in the last 5 years, week after week. Not for a single week was Mamata Banerjee's personal approval ratings went into south in terms of negative. She has maintained an extremely high personal approval rating as the Chief Minister. She still remains the most popular politician in the state at the moment. So on the presidential noise, if people are upset with the MLA, people are upset with her minister, people are upset with her government, but people are not upset with Mamata Banerjee personally.
Yeah, I think Chandra Bose is also on. As we get Chandra Bose lined up, he's just come walking into to be live with us. So I'd like to, Chandra Bose, first of all, is the face of the BJP campaign in Bengal this time. Lots riding on you. You're opening your tally. This time, the BJP, the party you've just joined. But your first response is, I don't know if you have the numbers. 4 seats for the BJP, 11% vote share, down from 17% in the last Lok Sabha election, but roughly, up from 4% in 2011. So the BJP does well, but it's not a significant player. Chandra Bose, first reactions to these numbers, please.
Sorry, Arnab, for joining your program so late. I was stuck in traffic for a couple of hours. Okay, you see, whatever the exit poll says, I think BJP would surprise the people of West Bengal and India in the 2016 assembly elections. Lot has happened over the last couple of months. It is a fact that Mamata Banerjee has successfully de-linked her performance of her government with electioneering. Today in Bengal, it doesn't matter whether your government performs or not, you still win the elections. The left front had started this process. Mamata Banerjee has mastered the art of winning elections without actually governing. So the job of the Bharatiya Janata Party is to link up the misgovernance with electioneering. So this is the campaign that we would like to conduct all over Bengal and tell the people of Bengal that you deserve a government which works.
Right.
I think people are fed up with a government which doesn't work, which doesn't deliver. They are fed up with commitments, false commitments given during the elections, which are not implemented at all. So I think there would be many surprises once the results come trickling out in the 2016 assembly elections.
Chandra Bose, you know, I think a couple of comments people needed to come in on that. What I found interesting, we are firing some questions out there. As part of this tracker poll, you also ask people questions such as, who are you most angry with? I find it fascinating that 36% of the people say we are angry with the state government, which is a low number. 47% people are angry, but they don't know who they're angry with. You know, so what this tells you, Nirja, is that the people of Bengal are not, you know, look at that number, it's phenomenal, Yashwant. 47.7% say we can't say who we are angry with. Anti-incumbency is not formed at all in Bengal. So I think it's a regional sentiment.
And this is the trend which is surprising.
No, the point is that despite Sarda, Narda, Netaji, as you put it, Mamata Banerjee has a very strong grip still on rural Bengal. And one of the reasons is food security. You know, she said this, that no person will starve in the state. And though the left and the Congress had gone in for this scheme of ₹2 a kg, she has widened its scope and she's made it more functional. So, and now she's moved to North Bengal, to the tea territory. So I think that is one reason, you know, that's a story also of Jayalalitha.
Absolutely. So it's a unique story in Tamil Nadu and Bengal, where a delivery of goodies is delinked with some effective or alleged corruption or alleged misgovernance.
That also takes away the anti-incumbency factor. That is the reason.
One other issue which comes across, and it may be a point of concern, is that corruption is not a factor with the West Bengal electorate. No, it's not. It's
in the rural areas, corruption is
it's
not
even about
corruption
goodies.
is mainly a factor in the urban areas with the middle class. With the rural areas, corruption is not a factor, especially in Bengal now.
So it's unlikely. So Narda, Sharda are unlikely to impact Mamata. Yes, Navika, you saying something?
It's not also about goodies. It's really about rice. Rice being made available to the poor people in the rural areas. That's where the Mamata Banerjee factor really comes in. It's not about just goodies. Like in Tamil Nadu, there are goodies, you know, of different kinds. Even the DMK distributed laptops and television sets. But that's not the kind of goodies that we are seeing in West Bengal. It is really rice, and it's the Amma Idli. These are the factors for poor people that actually make the difference. And Arnab, for me, the 47% who don't know who they're angry with is a number that the BJP should be worried about. Because if they're not worried, if they're not angry with the state government, then who are they worried? You know, who are they angry with? That's a number that the BJP centrally should worry about.
So you can't say it one way or the other, but the
that
average,
also means that it is possible that they are angry with the central government.
If you live in but central government is come here, is 9.7. Either go by the figures or don't go. Look, the average Bengali, I mean, I've been there, I've lived there, is generally angry. By the time he makes up his mind about who he's angry with, he's generally an angry person about whatever is happening. So understand,
the broad
understand
Sunil Alag. Sunil Alag, one second. Sunil Alag,
don't generalize it.
This is where Sunil Alag, you are about to, you know, this is what they call, you are about to receive on behalf of Mr. Rajagopalan a self-inflicted wound. Because the bottom line is this: if you represent the average South Mumbaiker, then the average South Mumbai Mumbaiker is also angry.
No.
And most often the average South Mumbaiker is angry at the polls. Now let me say this: the headlines as of this time.
Punjabi is angry about. I'll tell you.
The headlines.
I'll tell you clearly.
The headlines on Bengal. Before I close, we take one comment from Chandra Bose, who's joined us late because he hasn't had enough time on this. But I'll tell you, Chandra Bose, these are the headlines from Bengal as of now. Trinamool Congress, Mamata is winning, but she's not winning by a wide margin. The game in Bengal is open. The left is gaining ground in a fairly aggressive manner. The Congress party is not helping the left very much, but the political battle in Bengal is very much open. Chandra Bose, quick comment from you. Netaji declassification. Where's the issue now? Is it evaporating before the elections?
As far as Netaji files are concerned, I think the NDA government under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji has kept to its commitment of releasing the files to unravel the mystery of Subhash Bose's disappearance.
Okay.
Whereas Mamata Banerjee has taken it as an election issue. She has declassified the files on 18th of September 2015, keeping in mind the assembly election.
The next state coming up on the other side of a short break is the politically very relevant state of Assam. And why is Assam politically relevant? It's because it is one state where the BJP feels that it can win this time.